Jerry DuPaw, Guaranteed Rate.
Thank you, Kelly. I really appreciate it. It's really an honor to be here in front of all these great, wonderful realtors. You guys do a great service for our community, and I'm very grateful for all of you for sure. I just wanted to start out a little bit, just letting people know about. Obviously, experience matters. 49 years, you said, Phil?
Kidding.
I've been doing mortgages since I was 19, 25 years. There's a lot you learn every day doing this business. I still learn something new every day. I manage a team of loan officers at the branch. They lean on me heavily for a lot of things. And throughout that, or just throughout the day, you learn new things. So it's just very important that you choose the right lender, because not all lenders are the same, and there's a reason I'm at Guaranteed Rate. It is the absolute best purchase lender in the country. It's the largest purchase lender in the country, and there's a lot of realtors that know and trust us, and when they see our name on the contract, they have a little bit of a sigh of relief, because they know the loan's going to close. So I'm not going to go through everything I have in this folder, because it's just way too much, but on the left-hand side is everything about us and our process. And the right-hand side is everything about all the different programs that we offer. There's not a program in the country that Guaranteed Rate does not have, but I'll go through a few of them. How much time do I have?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. The first on the left, just so you all know, at my branch, I set up a recording studio. So I do have a little podcast going on there, and I interview realtors. We just sit down for like 20 to 30 minutes, just talk about anything, scenarios, buyers, the market, stats, one of your past closings, or one of your past transactions, the fence post problem. We just talk about things, and then I take that and I put it in a long form content that I'll put on YouTube, but that's not really what really gets the attention. Then I put it into AI. We're all using AI, right? So I put it into a system that will put the words at the bottom, but it also like analyzes what was the best part of that conversation, what's the best 60-second part of it, or the 30-second part of it. It'll give me like 40 different clips almost instantly that I can then put in a shared folder with you guys, and then you'll have like content for like 2 or 3 months. You don't put it all out there at once, but you just spread it out. You'll be able to have your social media content done for a couple months with all those different reels. You want to put it on for shorts, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and whatnot. I thought that's the one. The next one has to do with rates on the left. I thought you guys might be interested in where the rates are at.
That's kind of cool. I'm just going to stop you there. Everybody get out your business card so Jerry can call on you to come in and sit down for his podcast.
Yes. Yeah, all these QR codes, you just scan it. All my information is in there as far as application links, social media links, everything you scan on that. It's like one of those link tree things. This is just to give you an idea of where we're at with interest rates, and this is the affordable interest rate. So this is for people underneath. The conforming ones are for people underneath 80% of the area median income, but the VA, FHA, and jumbo are all just today's rates for anyone. The rate app, scan the QR code and download the rate app. It is absolutely incredible. It makes the process so extremely fast, and there's a lot of AI involved. So we're able, through the rate app, just to give you an example, last night I had a realtor put me in a group test with a first-time home buyer, 10 o'clock at night. I gave him the link. I wake up this morning, 8 a.m., he completed his application. I had everything I needed to figure out his pre-approval. And the thing is, I didn't even have to figure out his pre-approval this time, because the AI system has already analyzed his income, his assets, and his credit, fully approved the loan. So I have a loan commitment to lend instantly. I didn't even send him a pre-approval letter. This morning I sent him his loan commitment to lend, what's called a PowerBid Approval, shows that it's been fully underwritten. That's a solid loan commitment for Guaranteed Rate. And then sent him his detailed loan summary on his options, is how everything would look. He texts his realtor. He goes, I'm pre-approved, I think. I didn't get something that said pre-approved. And I texted him back.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So through that, he wasn't only pre-approved, he was fully underwritten?
Yes. So the loan commitment's already met.
Wow.
Literally, we just need the appraisal and the insurance and title.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that was overnight?
Overnight. So that's how we're clearing loans to close. I don't know if anyone's ever seen my social media posts, but clear to close in 3 days, clear to close in 4 days, 6
Wow.
days. My branch average clear to close is literally 6 days from start to finish.
Crazy.
With an appraisal. Our appraisers are set up like Uber drivers. We have a hand-picked panel of appraisers. It's like Uber Eats. Like the order goes out and whoever's closest and get to it fastest, they click it and they go and do the appraisal. It's incredible how fast that goes. So that goes along with same-day mortgage, because once you get the contract in, the same day our underwriter's issuing that loan commitment to lend, the exact same day. So because it's already pretty much been done. I'm licensed in many states, but my branch can handle any state. So our loan officers cover all 50 states. Those are just the ones that I can personally do. If it's not a state that I'm in, I'll either get licensed or one of my branch VPs will do it.
You'll just, if somebody asks you, you'll get licensed there, huh?
Yep, absolutely.
So just Illinois, Wisconsin, Indiana, North Carolina, Minnesota, Florida, Nevada, Arizona, and Kentucky is where Jerry could help you out personally.
Yeah. But all my branch can handle all 50 states. So, and I can't stress enough that on the right hand side, this program called CashReady that we have is absolutely incredible. I did the math. 85% of my contracts this whole year have used CashReady. And it's needed in this market sometimes, especially if you have a house in a desirable area in the right school district, that's priced right. There's not just gonna be one offer, right? There's gonna be multiple offers. And sometimes there's gonna be an offer that's cash. We have come up with this program because Victor, the owner of our company, got very frustrated with hearing all our loan officers say, we have so many people pre-approved that they can never win the bid. So we were in a meeting, kind of threw up his hands, and he said, we're just gonna buy the houses for them. He said a word before that, but we're gonna buy the houses for them. And we're all like, what? What does that mean? This was a couple years ago. And then my branch was picked to be one of the pilot program branch for the CashReady program. And it's literally that. We buy the houses for the people. If they go through our PowerBid approval and we know the loan's gonna close, we will buy the house cash for them. So there's many different ways of using it. But this first-time home buyer, at the bottom of the email, I put, you are also qualified for CashReady Flex. So what that means is, because he's a first-time home buyer, he doesn't have a house to sell, it's a lot less risky for us. So the cost of that is, in my opinion, cheap, because there's so many people that own homes right now that would never have these homes unless they had this program. At the closing, this fellow, if he uses this, he'll pay 0.5% of the purchase price at the closing to utilize CashReady. And that literally turns the contract into cash. When you fill out the contract, financing, cash. Appraisal, waived. No appraisal contingency. Proof of funds, $30 million. Look, you're saying 50 million, we got 30 million, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
20 million short. But there's $30 million in our hedge fund, that's the proof of funds letter. And you know, when a seller is looking at that and I call them up and I go, this closing date is absolutely guaranteed. Now, in the background, the buyer's still getting their mortgage and we're still gonna close on time with their mortgage in this scenario. But they were able to win the bid because their offer was all cash. I mean, it's truly incredible. And the other way it works, that a lot of seniors or a lot of baby boomers are using it this way, if you have a house to sell and a mortgage contingency and an appraisal contingency, you're shit out of luck. You know, it's really hard to get the offer accepted, right? Home sale contingency is pretty hard, right? So we will then use it a different way. It's more expensive, it's more risky. It's 1.9% of the purchase price to use it this way, but there are many people that used it this year. And it's where we actually just, because that first option, the buyer is listed as the buyer, because they're gonna most likely close. If they don't close, we're gonna step in and buy cash. But in the second option, we would be listed as the buyers. Our hedge fund is the buyers, and we would close literally in 2 weeks. Just as fast as we get title, we can close, because we're literally buying the house for cash first up front. They can, as they list their house, as you're listing their house, they can move in the day we close for cash. They have time to list their house then. We do want to approve obviously what we're buying this house for. We do an AVM, we don't require an appraisal, there's no inspections, there's nothing like that. We just have to approve what they're buying it for. And we also have to approve what they're gonna be selling their house for, because we don't wanna own this house forever. We want them to buy it back as fast as possible. We'll work with the realtor, we'll come up with what they're gonna list their house for, and then every 21 days, we're gonna come up with a schedule that they agree to, they sign to, that they're gonna lower their price, so they get their house sold. Because when their house sells, that same day, they're gonna be buying that house that we bought back from us. Okay, so it works amazing. It really is amazing the way it works, and it's helped so many people that honestly would not own homes right now unless we had it. This other program. This one came out 2 days ago. this solar program, you think solar, you're like, oh, it's a scam immediately, right? Because people knock on your door to try to sell you the solar. And when you guys do selling a house, when there's solar, you're like, oh, shoot. There might be like another lien or something like that because of the cost of the solar or whatever, and it's like a big problem always. You have to like transfer the contracts, it's a mess. This is not that, just so you know. So our partner here, what they do is they put the buyers into this program and they take a class that takes them like 3 or 4 days. And instead of like just giving them a certificate, it's a really in-depth first-time home buyer class, budgeting class, it's really good. But instead of just giving them a certificate, they pay them to take the class. And they pay them up to $13,000 or 3.5% of the purchase price to take the class. On top of that, they also pay for a completely brand spanking new solar system. These updated solars are pretty awesome. And that gets financed into the purchase price. So you have a $200,000 house, a $35,000 solar system. We take $235,000, we put 3.5% down that. They give them the 3.5% down, and you have brand new solar panels, a brand new house. It's unbelievable. It's really one of the most unbelievable things I've ever heard. That came out 2 days ago. That's FHA though, so just so you know, it's an FHA product. This is also FHA. I do a ton of Chinoa. I set up people all the time when they get to the closing, and they're walking away with a check for their earnest money and their appraisal. Anything they paid up front, home inspection, they can get back at the closing table. And the way we do that is utilizing 100% financing where, FHA's minimum 3.5% down. We have a second lien for 3.5% down that we give them, so that covers 100%. And then the way I get it so they don't need to bring any money to closing is we ask the seller to pay for the closing costs. So as long as the seller covers the cost of the closing cost, and then when we have our tax proration credit in Illinois as well, when now it's all accounted for, the buyers are walking out with a check, at the closing table. One down is a conventional 1% down program. And I'll just kind of fly. We're really good at renovation. I've been doing a lot more applications for renovation because there's a lot of homes in the right areas that just need some loving. So we also are one of the only lenders that do VA renovations. If you know any veterans, VA renovation is incredible. It goes down to a 580 credit score, 100% financing to renovate a house. I mean, you get all the money to buy the house, you get all the money to renovate it, and down to a 580 credit score for a veteran. The conventional and FHA renovation go down to 620. Well, actually now 600. Excuse me. That's changed. It just changed like a day ago. We help a lot of seniors and baby boomers with the reverse mortgage product, either refinance or to purchase a house. And this is really big. But we have accounts with like Nike, Zappos, Amazon. So if you know anyone in like an HR department, we will add to a company's benefit package, and guaranteed rate will waive the lender fee for all the employees of the company. But you would, if you brought us, the account, you would be the realtor on the account. So we set up a web page for their employees, where to apply for their mortgage at guaranteed rate, and then say Phil got me a company here. Say we got Stryker or something, Phil would be at the bottom of the page as the realtor, I would be the lender, they click to apply, same loan, same process and everything, it's just they would not pay the lender fee. Our lender fee is $16.40, that would be waived. And just, for the CashReady, same mortgage, same purchase price, same rate. There's nothing changing with that at all, it's just the fee that's involved. So the flex, when you don't have a home to sell, it's at 0.5%, and if you have a home to sell, we have to buy the home first, it's 1.9%. But if you have a home to sell, and say it's already under contract, or there might be time to sell it beforehand, then they only have to pay if we don't have to buy the house, they only have to pay the 0.5%. Like if they're able to close in time, before, if they get their house sold in time before the new closing, then they don't pay that higher fee, they only pay the 0.5%. So even if you have a home to sell, it could be very beneficial and cheap for you to use. So I just say that because I've used it so much this year. Thank God I have it. Knock on wood, it doesn't go away. It's been an amazing product and program for us. So, but questions? That's all I
Yeah, who has questions? What amazing info. And you all have a folder in front of you with, thank you, Jerry. That was so kind of you. Anybody have questions for Jerry?
I have 1 or 1.5% of the purchase price or the loan amount?
The purchase price, it's either a 0.5% if we don't have to actually buy the house. If we actually have to buy the house, it's 1.9%.
On the VA renovation, is it higher than prime? What's
The rate?
Yeah.
Renovation loans are always gonna be a higher interest rate, about 0.75% higher than the market rate. VA rate's 5.65 today though, so we're looking at like 6.25 or something. The fees are a little bit higher, always with someone that does a renovation loan, you know, after, there's a big change with us too. Usually people would have to make at least six payments before they can refinance. On a conventional loan with us, that went down to 4 payments. So we're gonna see a market where rates are starting to come down, so that's gonna be pretty prevalent to be able to refinance sooner if you know, rates get lower.
Do you allow for refinance without additional fees?
Yes. Yeah, we have a no closing cost refund. We give everyone all the options because I've seen so many lenders take advantage of, especially veterans, and just you know, charge exorbitant fees. We don't charge veterans anything, ever. So we're the best place, and our rate, you can see, is fantastic. If you start to see veterans with like you're being charged like 2 or 3 points, and then you know their rates high, you know, please have them call me because I've just seen so many. I saved a veteran the other day $17,000 that was doing a cash out refinance. Literally, that was the difference, and our rate was a quarter better. So it's just not all lenders are the same. You know, people just think, oh, I'm just gonna call my lender, and it is what it is. It's not. You know, so
I have an offer on a house, and we have our house and we haven't sold it yet. We wanna fix it up. It's worth about 900, and the offer is for 445. Will they do the same thing with the flex, with the cash file? If we're making an offer on a house that we have a house to sell.
oh, you have asked them.
It's
Okay.
not sold yet,
Yes.
it's not listed. It's worth about 900, and
Yes.
the offer is for 400.
Okay.
So, you know, is that something that
Yeah,
is
as long as we
Purchase the house.
do like AVMs on the house that you're buying and the one that you're selling, and as long as that's in line, and usually it always is, that's fine, yes, we'll do that. Yep.
Danny?
Dennis, yes.
Jerry, do you think we'll ever see 50-year mortgages?
Get your crystal ball out, Chair.
Not unless something changes in Congress, I mean, because it's written into Dodd-Frank, you can't have a mortgage more than 30 years. Even if
But there are 40-year mortgages right now.
they're non-qualified mortgages, so those are like
Okay.
brokered loans.
No,
So we
no.
could maybe see it in that channel, possibly. You know, I think the better thing that we might see is portable mortgages. Has anyone heard of that?
What?
Well, they're talking about portable mortgages where, you know, of everyone, there's a lot of people who have like 2 or 3% interest rates, where you'd be able to take that mortgage over to the next house and then get another mortgage for the difference at the higher rate. That's a better idea. Hopefully that comes to fruition. That's being talked about too. So, you know, 50-year mortgage is kind of like renting. So the only way that you're really making the equity is through appreciation. But we are likely gonna see a lot of appreciation still, because in the Midwest, we're just so short on the right inventory, you know?
Right.
And I do feel, you know, Midwest is always the strongest market out there when it comes to real estate appreciation, you know? So we're in a good place.
Thank you for coming
Yeah,
today
no
and
problem.
sharing all your wonderful programs with us. I think we learned a lot of
Good.
what you have to offer, and
Thank
it's
you.
fantastic, and you've given everybody options
Yeah.
for you know, their different client base, so thank
Yep.
you for that.
And I set up either one-on-one Teams meetings to go over, because there's a lot here, all this stuff, or in my branch, you can see one of those pictures in the back, I have a training room where we kind of do a group session with all this stuff, so.
That's great. Thank you for
Thank
doing
you,
all that
everyone.
you do for us. We
You're welcome.
appreciate it.
Thank you everyone for
Jerry.
having me, appreciate it.